Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. So let's talk about Tyson Chandler believes the Knicks would have beaten the LeBron James led Heat in the 2013 playoff. And I feel the same way. 2013, the Knicks were legit. Melo won the scoring title, and Melo was a monster in the 2012-2013 season. Carmelo Anthony was a monster. Like, seriously. The Knicks beat Miami 3 times out of 4 meetings in the regular season. So we had their number. The Knicks had LeBron and Miami's number. And I believe the Knicks would have beaten LeBron James' Miami Heat team. I feel like the Knicks had their number. 2013 Carmelo Anthony was a different animal, I am telling you. The Knicks had great defense, good offense, a veteran team. Carmelo was in his prime. J.R. Smith was in his prime. Iman Shumpert. We had a legit team. And it was disappointing when the Knicks lost to the Pacers because J.R. Smith didn't show up. Melo showed up, but J.R. Smith didn't show up. If J.R. Smith showed up as Melo's Robin or wingman, whatever, we could have possibly advanced and faced the Miami Heat, which I knew the Knicks would have beaten Miami. I was sure of that. But we never, but it's all hypothetical because we never got to see Miami versus New York in the playoffs. We saw them in the regular season, and every time they lost, it was by double digits. So the Knicks would beat Miami every time, double digits. And nobody had an answer for Carmelo. Prime Carmelo was a problem. No one had an answer for him. No one. But unfortunately, Carmelo never had the wingman he needed. J.R. Smith is a good number 3. He's not a number 2. And that's just what it is. Melo never had a legit number 2 to pair with him so they could go get it done. Melo showed up, but J.R. Smith just didn't show up, man. If J.R. showed up, I feel like the Knicks would have beaten Miami. I feel the same way. I have always felt this way, and it eats me up because I knew the Knicks would have beaten Miami in the playoff. I was positive of that. But it's all what ifs because the Knicks lost and Miami, they're champions. That's history. The Knicks and the Heat were top 2 seeds in the East in the 2013 playoff. We got eliminated in the semis by the Pacers once again because J.R. Smith didn't carry his load. Melo did what he was supposed to do. You could always count on Carmelo. That's a fact. You could count on Carmelo. But J.R. Smith never showed up, and we end up losing. So Tyson Chandler believing that we could have beaten Miami, I am not surprised because I have felt this way forever. And it eats me up because I wanted to see LeBron versus Carmelo. Even though LeBron had all the stars on his team, Wade, Bosh, Ray Allen. So LeBron had all the stars on his team. I wanted to see LeBron and Carmelo go at it, and it never transpired because J.R. Smith didn't uphold his end of the bargain. And all we could do now is sit and say, what if? What if? And that sucks, man. Tyson Chandler feeling like New York had Miami number. I know they did because I watch all the games in the regular season, and we would beat them every time. They won 1 out of 4 games in the regular season. And we would beat them by double digits every single time. Every single time, Miami would lose by double digits. Every time. So the Knicks had their number, but we never got to face them. And I really thought it would have been Miami and New York in the finals, in the Eastern Conference Finals. Boy, that would have been a showdown. So this is what Tyson Chandler had to say. I really honestly feel like had we got past that Indiana Pacers, we have a legitimate shot to win the chip that year. And I'm telling you, he's not capping. They did. If the Knicks got past Pacers, they legit had a shot. And I feel him on that. Carmelo was a monster that season. Oh my gosh, man. Carmelo that season was a monster. Trust me. And that's the season he won the scoring title. Melo was on a next level that season, I'm telling you. If only he had the team, we had a good team, but if only he had the wingman or another scorer to help him out. That's all he needed. Because he did his job. J.R. Smith just, till this day, man, I'm still pissed at J.R. Smith. If J.R. Smith did what he was supposed to do, because I mean, in the media, people like Max Kellerman will say Melo is not a number one. What are you talking about? Melo is not a number one. Look at all the teams Kevin Durant, LeBron, and all these players had compared to the teams Melo had in New York or even in Denver. Melo never had a team like LeBron or Kevin Durant. Even before Kevin Durant went to Golden State, he still had a way better squad than Melo, basically a super team. So when these media personnel is talking about Carmelo, he underachieved, all this nonsense, like, look at his teams. Come on, man. So LeBron get praised for having super teams, and the other stars get diminished because they never had anybody. When LeBron had no one, what happened? He lost. He kept losing, right? He had to run to Miami. Yet, when other players like Melo, who never had anybody, played with G Leaguers for like 3 seasons. I can't make this up. Carmelo Anthony played with G Leaguers for 3 seasons in New York. Which superstar is playing with players from the G League? He did. But, the media will say he underachieved. And it's insane. I don't understand that. I don't understand how does that work? So one player is praised for having super team and the other player is diminished because he had no one? How does that work? So Chandler felt like, New York had the unit to beat Miami. And I always felt this in my soul, man. I always felt this. We had the team to beat Miami. We beat them 3-1 in the regular season. Melo was on top of his game, won the scoring title. That was Melo at his prime, the peak of his powers. And no one could stop Carmelo. He was too nice. Unfortunately, J.R. Smith, he went missing. But man, the Knicks was the kryptonite to Miami. And we never got to see that matchup, man. And that, till this day, that eat me up. Like, damn. And after that season, Carmelo was playing with G Leaguers. He played with G Leaguers for like 2-3 seasons. And then he went to OKC. And all we could do is what if, man. And Chandler's not lying because I'm telling you, I felt this way forever. The Knicks were seen as Miami's strongest challenger in the East. And they were. We were. The Knicks had Miami number, I'm telling you. If only J.R. Smith showed up, if only they gotten past the Pacers, I'm telling you, that series would have been 6 or 7, easily. That was a 6 or game 7 series. And I favor New York in that series, man, because I'm telling you, they had the team for Miami. They did, but it's all what ifs. And that's just sad, man. The Knicks won the season series against Miami. And all the games were blowouts. Every single game was a blowout. So the Knicks showed you they had the Krabby Patty formula. I know the playoff is a different beast, but I'm telling you, the Knicks had the team to slay Miami and LeBron. Melo was at the peak of his powers. LeBron is at the peak of his powers. Melo is at the peak of his powers. It would have been a showdown for the ages. If only J.R. Smith took his game to the next level, but he didn't. And all we could do now is say, what if, reminisce, look back, make hypotheticals, and it sucks, man. And not to forget, Tyson Chandler made the All-Star team that year. He was an All-Star. Chandler was at the top of his game. Carmelo was at the top of his game. J.R. Smith was good until the playoff. He kind of drifted a little bit. But overall, man, that's the best team Melo had in New York. After that, it was over. We had that 1 year, and it was on and popping. Then after that, it was over. It was just, it went downhill after that. They never placed a team around him. They got Porzingis. He was supposed to be the future. That turned out to be a disappointment. Obviously, they traded Melo to OKC, and the rest is history. And it's just sad times, man, because I knew we would have taken down Miami that year. I'm sure of it. All we can do is reminisce and look back on the golden days of Carmelo and the New York Knicks. That one year. But you know what? If you're a Knicks fan, we'll take it. You know, it was good times. We'll take it. But as always, I holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share. Holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.